Thank you very much, and very warm namaste all the way from India. David Kelly, the founder of IDEO, had once very famously remarked, he said, everything that we see around us has been designed except for nature. So consider this. What if it was not nature that needed to be designed, but human nature? So the question is, can design do this? And this is where my story starts. Let me introduce you to my son, Rag, who was all of 6 years of age when in a single stroke, a teacher removed choice from his consciousness. His crime? He had chosen to write his version of the essay, The Cow. He went to school thinking, I can, and returned home that day believing, I can't. That day, I removed my son from school. What was I supposed to do now? The easiest solution would have been to change his school. But the problem was not with the school. It was the system. A system that removes I can from our children's nature. Not for one day, not for 1 month, not even for a year. But for 15 years of our children's formative lives, we tell them they have no choice but to listen to what we have to tell them. And then we wonder why they don't become proactive, creative, or empathetic. And my clicker has stopped working. There we are, back on. So I set out to see if I could design an approach to education that would get all children to believe that they are not helpless, that change is possible, and that they could design it. In other words, I wanted to see if I could design human nature. And in 2001, my school, Riverside, was born. For the last 12 years, we have used a simple 4-step process: feel, imagine, do, and share, to design all the behaviors, curriculum, and spaces, and to get every learner to be able to discover their passion and to uncover compassion. I would like to now show you a snapshot of how this drives the ethos at Riverside. The first story is a case study of what happens when you blur the boundaries between school and life. This is a story of 25 15-year-olds, my grade 10 students, who designed a flavor for a leading ice cream ice cream company, where the product and the final product that they designed was not only of value, but it added value. Here are children saying, I can. Can we have the music, please?
I am Preet, and I was the project manager of Team Edge from grade 10 of the Riverside School. When we have proposed this business challenge, where we had to design a Christmas special ice cream for Have More, which is a blue chip ice cream brand in Gujarat. And we were first given a time of 1 week to prepare a presentation that included the flavor of the ice cream, the way we would promote the ice cream, the packaging of the ice cream, as well as the price of the ice cream. And we all were excited for this, as well as we were a bit nervous because we didn't know if we could achieve so much in such less time. We had to study the current ice cream market in India as well as Gujarat, so that we get a basic idea of what hammers, competitors, and how the market is behaving.
The mouth-watering, the tempting, the one that makes you drool.
Razzmatazz!
The fact that you've made it yourselves, that speaks a lot. I mean, concept selling is easy, but to bring out the actual solution, that's very impressive.
Excellent presentation, well balanced, because you're including the cost and everything.
It was really good. Like, frankly, I have a lot of marketing people, but I feel you are much, much better than them.
Then they had to go out and promote the ice cream.
Been accepted well into the market. People are just loving it, and so am I.
The chocolate is so good, and iceberry, it's perfect.
The best part of it was that it started off as a challenge, and then eventually it was selected as their permanent product. And they offered us 1 rupee from each cell, which we can use for any social cause of our choice.
That jingle is also there.
Upside down, inside out, that's what Christmas is all about. Have more razzmatazz.
The second story is a snapshot of how compassion forms the bedrock of the Riverside program. This is a story of 25 9-year-olds. For a year, they engaged with their differently abled buddies and realized that some of their buddies didn't have a hearing aid. So, not to be outdone, they designed an auction to raise funds for physiotherapy equipment and a physiotherapist. This is children being the change. Can we have the sound up a little?
What was the video about? Yes, Ruchit.
About a person, Nick, who didn't have hands and legs. He was inspiring people because he was playing football. Why can't we try hand for one day and then?
Why do you want to try your hands for one day?
So we can feel how Nick was feeling.
It's the very first style of design thinking is empathy.
My hand is tied since 3 hours and I am feeling very uncomfortable. But still I have to open my zip and eat my nasta with it.
So they learn sign language from their buddies.
This program is about citizenship. We are partnered with women because they are also like us, only children. So we want to help them get better hearing aid.
They conducted home visits to understand the background of each of their buddies.
We are writing this script because at 25th March, Sethi and our Umang buddies are doing a skit and then we are doing auction. So for that we need the script.
Why auction?
I'm an auction because if we sell just for the painting, we'll get the amount of money we have decided. But if we do an auction, we can get higher money. This auction is for a good cause because you will help us achieve our goal. And the money which you will give us will help us buy some hearing aids for our Umang buddies. So are you ready? Starting bid was 5,000, but now, dear parents, it's 8,000.
11,000.
16!
45,000. Quick! 45,000.
They wanted to earn money for 2 hearing aids and they got 6. So this ICANN model has demonstrated that it's not either or, but both and. Children are showing us that their personal well-being has direct impact on their academic results. For the last 8 years, Riverside children have been outperforming the top 10 schools in India in math, science, and English. So Riverside was actually born on the premise that the power of design is fully realized when mindsets are shifted from I can't to I can. And when intentionally actualized over 15 years of our children's education, its expression is found in the creation of a culture that is not content in just being different, but I think in making a difference. Once we knew it worked, it had to go beyond Riverside. So this was the other thing that bothered a lot of us. We realized that no society that loves its children would create more malls over parks, which have roads without cycling paths, we're not talking about Amsterdam, of course, and create 250 TV channels instead of safer community spaces. So we had to imagine big. So we imagined that a city that designs for and nurtures childhood. For a city, when a city gives to its children, the children will one day give back to the city. So in 2007, approach, which is making the cities in India child-friendly, was born. And there are many initiatives, but I'm going to share with you just 3. The first one is called Parents of the Park, where the parents and citizens of the city reclaim the parks for its children. The second is a very simple initiative called Moving Experience, where the city's biggest and most elaborate multiplexes open their hearts and doors to the child on the street. And the third is called Street Smart, where we close down the busiest streets for traffic and make that a place for children and childhood. Here is a city saying, I can. And this is entirely free, entirely run by the parents and the citizens of the city.
कुछ करिए नस नस मेरी खो दे हाय कुछ करिए बस बस बड़ा बो दे अब कुछ करिए ओ कोई तो चल सिद्ध फड़िए
लजगरी में से फिर ठंडा माहौल में फिर यहाँ बाजू पहुँचे यहाँ बाजू जब ये सिनेमा हॉल देखा तो तभी दिल खुश हो गया
चक दे इंडिया चक दे इंडिया चक दे इंडिया चक दे इंडिया
There are 7 like this all over the city now.
Very unique, absolutely first time in Ahmedabad, where the city is giving so much space and time for the children.
I've not seen an initiative which is so unusual and which is so caring about the city.
Now it's gone beyond Ahmedabad, it's gone to 5 cities, around 80,000 children have been impacted, and the city municipality has now made it part of every Sunday, the street closes down for traffic. So now it was time to go beyond India. So in 2009, we used the same process, Feel, Imagine, Do, Share, to promote the world's largest Design for Change challenge. The message simply being, if I say I can, then I will. Currently, children in over 30 countries are using this framework to design solutions for some of the world's greatest challenges. From stopping child marriages to taking care of bullying, from caring for the elderly to preserving tribal culture. Our children are changing the bad and making it good with the power of their ideas. Stories of change, of course, are pouring in from Finland to Bhutan, from Australia to Brazil. But the last story I'm going to share with you is remarkable. Not for the scale of impact, but for the significance of its message. This is human nature at its finest. A simple story from a village school in India, with how 25 11-year-olds changed their friend's life for life. That's Kamlesh, and he has polio, so he can't come to school.
શરૂઆતમાં મને સાહેબ સમસ્યા હોદા કીધી હતી તે ઘડી અમે રમવા જ્યારે મને 2 સમસ્યા હોદી હતી એક ગામમાં ઝાડુપાની ને બીજી વિકલાંગ બાળકની તો અમારી કઈ સમસ્યા આપણે પસંદ કરી યોગેશ અમને કીધું કે પેલા કમલેશને આપણે નિશાળે લઈ આવીએ તો આપણે એને લાવવા માટે શું કરી શકીએ મુશ્કેલી લાવવા સાયકલ પર બેઠા લાવીએ.
Watch what they do.
ભાંગીત્યા પછી અમે મોટી સાયકલ ઉપર મેકવા જઈએ ને લેવા જઈએ કાદો ઊંચકીને લઈ આવવાનું ઊંચકીને મેકવા જઈએ.
Every day, they go, lift him up, and bring him to school. And I've tried to ask my children in my school to say, can you just lift up your child next to you? And we think we have, nutritious food. And they couldn't even do that. But here is this story. Totally inspirational.
અને શાળામાં બી અમે એને પેશાબ કરવાનો હોય, પાણી પીવાનું હોય, સંડાસ કરવાનું હોય, અમે ઊંચીને લઈ જઈએ. બપોરે બી અમે ખાવાનો ટાઈમ થાય તો અમે ખાવા બેસાડીએ અને ડીશ આપીએ અને પાણી આપીએ અને ડીશ ધોઈને અમે બેસાડીએ. એ રોજ નિશાળે આવતો થયો એટલે મને આનંદ આવે છે.
પહેલાં એને આ સમસ્યાને લીધે બાળક આવી શકતો નહોતો અને અહીંયા શાળાના બાળકોએ એને જાતે ત્યાંથી લઈ આવવાનો, અહીંયા સ્કૂલમાં આવીને એને મદદ કરવાનો જે વિચાર છે બાળકોનો એ ખૂબ સરસ છે.
છોકરાને જેટલો જસ્ટ આલો એટલું હસ બરાબર, તો એને પાછલી જીવન મેં એનું પણ કંઈ પરિવર્તન બદલાય.
I would like to leave you with just one thought. What started with my son has today been able to infect children in over 100,000 schools with the I can mindset. Mindsets influence habits. Habits shape culture, and culture is human nature. And this is just a small glimpse of what design can do. Thank you.
Thank you.